Chapter 7 Quantitative Analysis Video 4 Introduction to Solvency Ratios. Solvency Ratios. What is meant by solvency? Solvency means ability of a company to meet its long-term obligations. Following are solvency ratios we are going to learn. First is debt to equity ratio and second is interest coverage ratio. Debt to equity ratio. Debt to equity ratio means relationship between total debt and equity of the firm. Debt to equity ratio is equals to total debt divided by shareholders fund or equity. Total debt equals to long-term borrowings plus short-term borrowing. Shareholders fund or equity is equals to owner's equity or share capital plus reserves and surplus. Debt to equity ratio is used to check long-term financial position of a firm. A high debt to equity ratio is risky while low ratio is safe. Debt to equity ratio less than 1 is good sign for a company. As real estate sector has high debt to equity ratio as compared to IT sector. Hence, while analyzing a company, we must check whether the other companies in same sector have the same high debt to equity ratio or not because it varies from sector to sector. Second is interest coverage ratio. Interest coverage ratio means relation between EBIT, that is earning before interest and tax, and interest expenses. Interest coverage ratio is equals to EBIT divided by annual interest. Interest coverage ratio is used to determine the amount of profit available to pay the interest. A high interest coverage ratio is better as it shows that company can pay higher interest. A company should have minimum interest coverage ratio of 2.5. Lower than that is considered as warning signs. Debt to equity ratio and interest coverage ratio are related to each other while analyzing. If firm's debt to equity ratio is high with the reason that higher debt because mostly firm takes debt to expand. Don't worry, settle down and check its interest coverage ratio. If interest coverage ratio is also high, that means firm is making enough profit that it can pay off its interest easily. So guys, if you find this video informative, please do like, comment, share and follow Intellect Pantomath on Instagram and YouTube. Stay tuned for latest updates and more videos. Thank you.